Welcome back to another episode of the Growth Process Podcast. Y'all already know I'm your host, Bless. The usual suspects. We're back in the building. Spider, what's happening?
Chilling, man. You know, good vibes.
Briefcase Tony, what's good?
What's up, bro?
Barry G, welcome back, my brother.
What's going on?
That nigga left field one way, came back looking different. Boy, that boy went on vacation, came back with a clean cut. Talk to us about that, Barry. What was that like for you?
Just time for a change, you know. It's always good to change. Learn how to be uncomfortable so you can get comfortable.
Nah, for sure. How long were you planning that? Because that's a huge transition, because I went through it myself.
I was this past year, so I knew eventually I wanted to cut my hair, but also I knew that I was going into a different atmosphere when it came to like how the world see me. So like coaching, teaching. So I just want to present myself in a different way.
Okay.
Hey, man, I heard you just got the coaching job, man.
Yeah.
Shout
just
out
got
to
a coaching
that.
job.
Shout out to that. Where exactly?
My senior Pace High School right here.
Yeah, that boy back at his
Okay.
alma mater, boy.
Yeah,
So hold on, you gonna hold on to that and try to get to the head coaching job, or is
Yeah. I had a conversation with the head man, which is the head coach, and I also talked to the DC, which these are older guys that was coaching when I was younger. So their time is winding down. So for me, it's just like learn, and then eventually I take that step, and then I become the DC or the OC. You know?
That's what's up, boy. I hope you hold on to that position for a while, because if you still there, I'm sending my son there.
Yeah. And
Nah,
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you, he's going to get the rock every time.
For sure.
Get the rock every time.
For
I'm gonna
sure.
say Astro there.
Nah, for real.
Hey, and they doing some good stuff too. Like it's a good school. The students are good, you know what I'm saying? So like understanding that they won't just be in an environment that will mess with their like, you know, who you be around and things like that in that nature, but they also will actually learn there because it's smaller classrooms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Teachers, you know, actually want to be there to teach the kids too. So
They get more one-on-one.
It's all male school?
no. It's both parties, but no, I'm very excited. Glad I could be here too. Do the same
for
thing.
sure.
So.
As soon as the schedules come out, send it to us, boy.
Yeah.
You know we got to pull up to them games for sure. Barry G on the sideline, but that's what's up though, because you walking in your purpose. That's your passion.
Yeah.
So you segueing right into ultimately what you've always wanted to do.
Yeah, God's favors. God always giving you favors, and this is one of them that I asked for.
You never
That's
know,
what's
bro. You might be in the league coaching.
Yeah.
Just to begin.
Because you have the experience.
Yeah. So just pray.
All right.
Stay blessed.
Yo,
That's what's up. What you did this weekend, Spider?
me? Shit. I ain't do nothing too much, man. I popped out a little bit. Just as usual, man, putting together new ideas, connecting with new talent and people in general. And it's been pretty laid back, man, honestly.
Brief, what you did?
I had the flu, bro.
Oh, yeah, you were down.
Yeah, I was down.
Yeah, something was weird this weekend.
Yeah, I had the flu.
You was
bro.
inside?
Me and my son were at the flu.
He was inside, man.
I'm still a little congested now, but I'm good.
Shit, I went to the fair on Friday with the kids. I had family in town, in-laws, you know. So we took the kids to the fair. It was good vibes.
I tried to go to the fair earlier. They was closed.
Because of the weather, probably.
Yeah.
It said, and on the screen it said open on Wednesday.
Okay,
So
so they
Wednesday,
probably...
$5 day.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? We're going to take all the kids there, but then in-laws just wanted to do something with the kids where, you know, it could be like a memorable experience.
Yeah.
And they suggested that, so I was like, all right, cool, let's do it.
I
so
went on
let
Saturday.
me get a glitch right
But it was
quick, 'cause
raining
I
Saturday.
ain't know the glitch.
No,
It's
not
5
at
to
9.
get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, they have a menu with all the stands that give $5 deals. So if you don't pay attention to that, you're gonna end up going crazy. Telling you, man, donuts, ice cream, corn, nigga, $5. $5. And I went with 3 girls. They was eating up. They put me on. Just to be clear, they put me on.
Okay.
Hitting up everything. I was like, what? It's $5 day like that? I thought it was just $5 to get in.
Spider.
They were like, nah, boy. We eating
Damn.
everything.
Wednesdays, right? All
Yeah.
right, check that out.
Wednesday.
I only go there to play the games and win big stuffed animals. I got 2 big animals.
Well, I'm
in
gonna
the
hire you
back
for
seat.
my next date. You just follow us.
All I tell
Food
you,
on them, nigga, and drinks. $5
Yeah.
special.
You gonna win
And
me a teddy? Hold on, I got just the guy. Yo,
bro. After the
Barry,
pod, I'm
handle
gonna
this
show
right
y'all.
quick,
I got
bro.
2 big stuffed animals in the back seat.
how much you need an hour, bro?
I just played a basketball game.
Well, I got into it with the basketball guy a couple years ago.
Yeah.
On the low, I seen him press a button, bruh. That shit vibrated the rim on some weird shit.
And you spaz on him?
And I'm spazzing on him, and the chick I'm with, like, it ain't that serious. Like, walk off, I'm making a scene. I'm like, first off, you need to chill out, like, and be quiet. Like, fuck you talking about? Like, I'll leave you here. How this motherfucker feel?
This nigga
Let me
turning up at the
spazzing
fair.
out. You know, but I promise you, bro, I was like, I think it was 3 shots, and I'm on the last one, and I seen him, bro. He did something in his pocket, and the rim did something, bro. Telling you, vibrated or shit shook. I'm telling you.
This nigga crazy.
That boy almost got kicked out.
Nah, this was the first year where I actually didn't have no restrictions. As far as my 2 older girls, I let them go on any and every ride that they wanted to get on. One of them shits had, like, I was a little worried, but I was like, fuck it, it is what it is. Like, you know, the little chain dangling with the seat that just swing them wild. I'm like, yo, this shit is
Oh yeah,
crazy.
I don't like them shit.
I told him,
like
yeah,
no
sit on the
rides.
bench, side by side, no individual swings or chairs, however you want to call it. But it went out well. They had fun. I had fun, enjoyed it, which is crazy because as a jit, like, I had to take myself to the fair. And that wasn't until I got a little bit older, like later on in my teenage years. 'Cause I tried to sneak in when I was 13, 14. They caught me. And then they, you know, of course,
Vagabond days.
vagabond days. And
Why
I
you
wa-
sneaking in?
Nigga, I wasn't trying to pay that fee. You feel me? And my brother used to work the fair once upon a time. So I'm thinking like, shit, my brother working, nigga, it's free for me. Then I get there, they're talking about, where's your ticket? Ticket? I'm like, oh, shit. So I walked around, double back, tried to get in through the backside. They caught me. Go home. All right, fuck. I had to ride my bike all the way to the crib. But nonetheless, it is what it is. It was a great experience. Good weekend.
Long ass bike ride, man. God damn.
No, not from the youth fair, man. Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, hold up,
about
bro.
no,
That was
Yeah.
an 8-hour journey, boy.
man.
What route you took?
Nah, nigga, that was in Naples, nigga.
God damn.
Shit, I'll still be riding, nigga. Fellas, we gotta get into this. I know y'all saw, or I hope y'all saw, the Marvin Sapp shit thing with the church. How he was asking the ushers to close the church doors because he was trying to raise $40,000 at the moment. He was referencing everybody that's in the congregation, the people on live, and also the actual deacons, the pastors of the church. If you saw it or if you didn't see it, I'm sure you heard about it. What y'all feel about that?
Bad business for me.
I'm gonna try to say something without offending the churchgoers. Man, all that shit.
It was
Man,
blasphemy.
most of the time. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I got my own little beef with the church, man, just based off experience. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like some of the fakest people I ever met was in church. And people who pretended to be there for you and really give a fuck really didn't. You know, it was just all a play on words. And I don't want my experience to project on the others, but that's just how I feel. You feel me? So in those situations, like, you got me fucked up, man. Real talk. Good luck locking me in this church.
I would have got out.
Good luck keeping
just
me
to
quiet
rebel.
watching you do that, because that shit to me is just crazy. Like, a lot of people been through that experience. Oh, we trying to remodel the church, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years pass, and ain't shit getting done. And I just think a lot of the times bullshit. I believe in tithes. You know, I pay mine. I think. You know, I don't believe it comes in the form of putting it in the fucking bowl or handing it over in an envelope. I think it comes down to giving 10% of what you earn back out into the community or into other people in general. Like, so, and in that way, it's more purposeful. You're not just putting it somewhere and hoping somebody spends it the right way. That ain't their job. God ain't tell them how to spend his bread, like, or whatever the case might be. Like, I just think it's fucking stupid. I think you could give tithes a different way. I think that you got to be more intentional with how you give away your money and how you add to other situations. Be intentional.
I believe that.
I feel like that shit could be. People say I pay my tithes and they just feel better about life. Like
It's messed up though when you think about it. Like closing the doors, like you gotta understand. People go through. If y'all preaching how life goes and life has its ups and downs. What if that day I was down? You know what I'm saying? You close the door on me, and I'm actually going there to
receive the word, get the
you know
message.
What I'm saying? To stay motivated and have my faith in things in that nature. So it's like I'm looking at it. I was really shocked by seeing something like that, but I'm a person that really don't really feel like I should go to churches.
I'm sorry. How secure was the doors?
No, they weren't that secure. That's what I was watching it for. I was watching it to see who was gonna rebel and get up just to go against the grain. As far as because of I didn't see nothing from the clip that I saw.
Sure.
But go ahead,
brainwashing, gang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's brainwashing.
But you gotta watch out what churches you go to, because at the end of the day, we talking about pastors. Pastors ain't nothing but human beings, just like everybody else. Man, I don't see pastors do some of the most horrifying things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to little girls, little boys, like I really witness stuff like that with pastors. Like, I don't want to bring it up, but like I know a person.
They abuse their
you know what I'm
power,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, like I know somebody real close to me that I looked up to moved in that type of way, you know what I'm saying? And I could never trust that person again, all the way to the day he died. So trust in the church, nah. I trust people that's, you know what I'm saying, that earns that, but at the same time, they're just like people. And for him to make that gesture of like telling somebody to, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, hold on. What God are we serving at this point? Because you can't tell me you found that in the book. That's not in the book. And I came for the word of God. I ain't come for this. No matter what my situation is, whether I had $1,000 to spare or I had $5 to spare. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I just feel like something like that, watching it, it really hurt me because I'm a person that's following that path, you know what I'm saying, that righteous path. And I still will see temptation going down that road. So for me, churches, for me, nah. What he did, wrong.
Yeah, he's foul out of pocket.
You can ask, but you ain't force, like he was saying, force, nah.
Yeah.
What I'm about to say does not apply to every pastor. So if you are a pastor that's doing the work of God and you're an honorable individual, you're actually leading the church and the people down the right path, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're one of these scum of the earth, piece of shit pastors who are ultimately coming up off the people's back, the less needy in most instances, right? Or the most needy, however you want to say that.
And tax-free.
And tax-free, right? I believe you're a piece of shit. Honestly. And I think we're getting to the point where it's time to audit these pastors. Who's auditing these pastors?
That's a good one.
Another pastor that's probably in cahoots with him? Mm. People don't forget, we, the member, or we, the people, right, are the actual church. The building is not the church. It's the people that makes the church, right? So that's why it's important for, I guess, the members of any church. If you see pastors that are operating in a form where it's ungodly or something that I guess is not norm for pastors to do, then it's time for the members and the people to stand up, speak about it, and be more vocal to get this individual removed from the bench or removed from the pulpit. Because that's how you end up with bullshit like this. How are you going to tell the ushers to close the door? And he said it like 3-4 times, right? So like I stated earlier, I was literally watching it all the way through to see who was going to rebel. Because me, I would have got up and walked out just off of the strength of you thinking that you can restrict me or whoever it is in the church at that moment to cover or to pay whatever it is that you want them to contribute to. It's cool. Don't get it twisted. You know, you got to, I guess the church has to have a certain cash flow in order for it to run because you got to pay the band members, you got to pay, you know, the pastors, you got to pay people. So I'm not opposed to that. At the end of the day, it's a business that needs finances for it to run and operate. So we're not opposed to that. But when you're demanding $40,000 after the benediction at the end of the service, just for God knows why, because there was no explanation that was provided in that moment.
Zero.
Gambling debts.
You get what I'm saying? Like the nerve of you motherfuckers. Like let's keep it real and be honest. It's time to audit these motherfuckers. Because at the end of the day, if y'all want to keep it real, if we could even take it a step further and be like, bro, these motherfuckers have done enough or has not done enough, depending on how you're viewing it, for our community. Because if we want to keep it funky, outside of politicians, the next people that's in line that the local leaders go to are pastors. Mm-hmm. So technically, I feel like they've been failing us for the past 50 to maybe 100 years. So we do need to audit them as far as the way that stuff is being ran. And like I said, if the church that you go to, the pastor is doing the work of God the right way, that doesn't apply to him because there's no such thing as all in every. Yeah. But in this instance, that motherfucker need to be removed.
Right.
What's his name again?
Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp. Hey, Marvin Sapp.
The same cat that made that song.
Hey, Marvin Sapp. Hey, Marvin Sapp, I want to tell you something, man. I fuck with you. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I fuck with Marvin Sapp. No, for real. Like, he did some of the coldest pimping I've seen on TV. But it's some lessons to learn with this. With intention and direction and pressing an issue, you can get to your objective. You know me, bro. I don't go to church, right? Church is in here. I'm a walking church, right? I haven't been to church since probably since I got baptized when I was a teenager. It's been a while, but I mean, just think about it deeply, real quick. Let's dive down this rabbit hole. We spend our money on everything else. Maybe he was looking at the books and they were saying, you know what, man? These motherfuckers got business out here. This bitch got a fake Bergen in the front row. He got a Rolex watch on. He got 2 Cuban links on. Enough is enough.
Yeah, but nigga, now you...
Shut the door.
Now you pocket watching. No, right? Because everything you own came from them. You pocket watching.
So pause real quick. My spiritual father told me that I'm going to be a preacher before I die. So in the back of my head...
You already putting the pimping game. That boy prepping the pimping game.
No, when I see preachers, I sit back and say, okay, my spiritual father said, I'm going to be a preacher. Is this the type of move I'm going to make if I was a preacher? Yeah! Shut the doors. Where's the money? Because you know why? You're going to be blessed coming to this church. I'm going to force you to get a blessing. I know it sounds crazy. I am going to force you to get a blessing. Mm-mm. The more you give, the more you receive. See how you saying, Deacon, get this nigga out the church.
I would have been go.
I get you thrown out my church.
Yeah. I would have fucked your church up. Because the moment I would have got out and left, nigga, they would have followed me.
What?
Deacon, get him out of here.
But
listen, I'm going to force a blessing on you. Give up that. You're not giving it to me. See, that's the thing, right? We think we giving it to the pastor. Don't look at it that way, bro. The more you give, the more you receive.
Fuck that. I don't believe that.
Oh, you don't believe in that principle?
I believe that. Hold on. I believe that, but nigga, you ain't about to be out here shining, nigga. My light's about to get cut off. I'm giving you my nigga.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
At the end of the day, hold on.
If you broke and you want some money,
Context matters.
Don't give some money away.
Context matters. The time that scripture was written, light bills didn't exist, boy. Context matters. The time when that scripture was written, there was no such thing as a light bill.
Would you rather give $1 to a crackhead, or would you rather give $1 to a kid selling candy?
Wait, say that again?
Would you rather give $1 to a crackhead, or would you rather give $1 to a kid selling candy?
Brief gonna give it to the crackhead.
Nah, I always give. I give it to both.
That's the difference. If you had $1,
just $1,
and they both asking you, "Hey, you want to buy a chocolate bar?" No, I can't buy a chocolate bar, but here go $1. Or hey, why
you gotta be a crackhead? Just say a homeless person. I'm giving $1 to the homeless person because somebody else coming to buy that candy. That candy go sell.
Okay.
Yeah, that candy go sell.
And then the homeless person walks in the store and buys a $1.50 Corona or a square or
he need it. He living on the streets.
I don't want to hear that. I ain't gonna lie.
A rat just bit this bitch in the neck the other night.
I don't wanna hear that.
He need a cigarette.
I ain't saying.
I will buy you a beer, bro. I know what you're going through.
I'm not saying I never gave a
Jim might be hustling and trying to help his mom pay the light bill.
Man.
Homeless dude already crashed out. He's done. That nigga already done wrote his own eulogy. Fuck you mean?
Hey, listen, bro. Listen.
Hold on. Let me finish, though.
I ain't finished what I was saying.
All right.
It's a lot of crooked pastors. I get that.
Yeah, but humans are just crooked.
And realistically, what he did was fucked up. But it's two ways to look at it. Look at it the other way, too. What he did was fucked up. It is. But he pressed the issue. He showed you. He just showed us. When you stress something, imagine this. Imagine everybody go after whatever their goal is, how he went after that money or yeah. You go get it.
Make a GoFundMe.
There's more than one way to skin a, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Bro. He just chose the wrong one.
Whatever.
That's ultimately,
no matter what we say, it was successful. Did he raise it?
We don't know.
He went to jail.
He went to jail?
Yes.
Why he went to jail?
Since you fought with him, go bond him out.
How he went to jail?
Isn't that kind of like kidnapping? Like,
yeah, technically it is. You said close the doors. You holding up against their will.
Hostage. It's like keeping people hostage.
That's what I was getting at when I said, how were they securing the doors? Because I'm like, that's not even legal.
You know, I don't know the full story. I thought he raised the money.
What happens when you lock one? What happens when you lock one woman in the house and say your ass can't go nowhere? That's illegal.
Hey,
bro.
Imagine
shit,
200 people.
My cousin caught a charge like that.
Imagine 200, gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a cousin who just came home a few years ago from that same thing. You know, they were doing their thing or whatever. They went into the spot or whatever the case may be, and they told the people, look, go into the other room. And it really wasn't even to really affect them or harm them. It was more so they could do what they got to do, and they hit them with the kidnapping for that too. Because once you tell them to go somewhere, you're moving them against their will. Yeah, that's kidnapping.
No bueno, man.
But you still don't even know what was the 40K about.
This is the thing, bro. I don't go to church, so I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Me neither.
I don't feel bad for people that go to church and that's getting swindled. That's on you. You're a follower.
Fair enough.
I'm keeping it real with you. That's why, you know, I can't look at the victims. I'm gonna look at the guy in the pulpit. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a businessman.
You need to watch Greenleaf.
That's on y'all. I'm trying to learn what tactics I can use to get some money. He said, what? And got 40,000? Let me take this game to the corner or to the casino.
So hold on.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me speak to Brief.
Yeah.
Brief, you say you a spiritual man, right?
Yeah.
And you believe in God, the high being, whatever you want to call him, right?
I definitely believe
Okay,
in God.
so let me speak to this version of Brief.
Yeah.
Right? So that version of Brief, the spiritual individual, is pulling that off. Not the hustler version, because there's different versions of all of us. Knowing you how I know you.
Okay. Yeah. Let me say this. Nobody I know for to be in church paying no money.
So what you're saying, you're just doing a hypothetical.
Yeah, I don't know nobody in church that's giving their money to no pastor.
Brief is not running that game. Your heart is too pure. You're not running that game. Even if you wanted to, you're not running that game. I bet my last dollar on it. Now, I know certain niggas that will run that game.
So, wait.
You wouldn't run that game, what Marvin Sapp did.
It won't be game because I'm really going to be preaching. I'm really going to be giving a word.
No, I'm not saying the word.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you led and when you were like, nigga, I fought with Marvin Sapp because, nigga, I'm a hustler, this, that. I'm talking about from that perspective. The entertainment of it sounds good and great, but the Brief that I know ain't running that game.
Yeah, I'm not getting over on no people.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not getting over on nobody.
And that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But like I said, I don't know the whole story, so I really was overstepping. But I can just say this. I thought he raised the money.
Well, then you don't close the door if you raise the money, because at the end of the day, preachers, they doing that year in, year out, raising money for the church. They also give back year in and year out.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for the sheep, bro.
Nah, for sure.
I'm just keeping it real with you, bro.
My pastor, Bob Marley.
So I can't, Now, at the same time, think about it deeply. My grandma still go to church. Now, this motherfucker done robbed my grandma for her life savings.
What you gonna do?
Now he on that blacklist.
You see what I'm saying?
So yeah, so now we talking it.
And you just said, you lamented how your prayer. Is it prayer leader? Would you say the pastor was?
My spiritual father.
Your spiritual father.
Before he died, he said, I'm going to be a preacher.
He said that you're going to be a preacher, right?
But I'm preaching now, too.
Right. And you didn't denounce it, you didn't debunk it or nothing like that, right? So now, let's say you become that individual to the highest power, meaning that becomes your full-time obligation.
Mac and manifest.
Right? You're still not doing that.
Okay. I'm still
Because at that moment, hold on, you become a leader. Let's say you're the lone wolf, right? And you're leading sheeps. You're still not supposed to take advantage off of that, although you say you don't feel sorry for them. But at the end of the day, these are people that need leadership. Everyone don't possess those skill sets.
That's a fact. You're right.
Some people are wolves, some are lions, some
you're
are
right.
You're
right.
alpha males, whatever the case may be. Then you have others who are great at playing that secondary role.
I'm glad you said that because my little sister could be sitting in that congregation getting her life right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
my nephew could be there.
You're in a leadership position, and your job is to affect and change lives in a positive form, way, fashion, however. There's going to be a lot of people that come to you that are vulnerable, that you can run all types of game on, capitalize off of it, and they may never know.
But listen, it's a thin line between running game on somebody and stressing the issue. Be clear with that. Preachers, they speak with a lot of passion and fire.
Right.
You get hyped up there, and you can find yourself stressing the issue. That Holy Ghost probably took over him, and he probably really suffered to stress his issue about this bread.
I think part of it is because there was no context. It was just more so direct, need the 40K, lock the doors. There was no context. Maybe before the leading up to the actual clip or maybe after. But whatever it is that we saw in the world, there was no context. So you got to go off of what you saw. But however,
need a better strategy.
Still need to audit these pastors. I have pastors in my family, so I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm telling you.
So if he did come up with that 40K, he knew something. He knew he could come up with it.
And that don't mean that the 40K might be going towards his personal expenses. It probably could have been going towards the church. It's more so the approach. You could still get to the 40K without having to say, lock the doors, this, that. Like,
you didn't have to
that's
say that
ultimately what drew the line. Because once you say lock the door.
You don't say no lock no door.
That's, if you would have just said, we need 40K.
Just stress the issue.
We need to help raise.
Stress the issue, don't lock the doors.
Yeah.
Ushers, if anybody want to leave, we're fine with that.
So he said lock the doors?
He said lock the doors like 3-4 times.
Yeah. But you can
somebody
raise
pull up,
the
why
money.
did he go to jail?
I'm almost sure that's what it's about.
Find ways to raise money, though. You've been doing that. That's how you built the church from the get-go.
And let's keep it real. It's not like he's a local pastor that don't have the that don't get the recognition.
Small church, yeah.
Remember that song "Never Would Have Made It"? That's him. So I'm sure you're tied in with certain people. That's whether it's local commissioners, city officials, mayors, whatever the case may be.
Definitely.
That can really help you get a bag for this church, especially with you being, I guess, an individual who has a presence in the gospel world and, of course, in ministry.
Mm-hmm. Take a loan out.
Come on.
You can take a loan. You can.
But it is what it is, man. Audit the motherfuckers.
Crazy work, though.
Crazy work.
To say that, though. Like, imagine you in a church and that happened. It's like,
oh, man, I love to be in the church when that happened.
That's why I said I would have been the one walking out. That's why I was really watching.
No, I probably wouldn't have walked out either. It would have been so entertaining.
You would have laughed.
I would have been sitting here like, look at these idiots. They really giving this money up.
They would have kicked you out.
I would have had my phone and I would have been recording, just laughing like.
That's what some people did.
And I probably would have put something in the bucket.
Just off of the strength.
Just off of make $5. Man.
Like one brother put a 5. Who are you? Please escort this brother out of here. He needs help. Better yet, give him a 20. Yeah. That's his 5.
Yeah. Just be careful with these churches. That's what I would say. Like, just be careful where you go, because at the end of the day, the devil always working.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say the church. I'm not gonna say the church in Miami, but when I was going to church, I used to do 10% right out my check from the job, go straight to this church.
I know where you're going, and I agree with you on
And
this.
it was going straight, right? And at the time, I couldn't, I wanted to talk to the pastor about something. Because I was like going through this program with the job. I was really trying to get to the next level. I just, like, you need that extra prayer from the pastor.
Yeah.
I could never get in contact with him. And then I had like a storm check, like a hurricane came, and I had like a $12,000 check. And from that, 10% of that was like $1,200 or something.
Yeah.
So it was a big amount.
He called you.
I get a phone call. And that's when I knew right there. I said, oh yeah, this shit about money.
Imagine that.
I said, it's about money.
You need to watch Greenleaf. It's a great TV
But
show.
that's the most money I ever had in my life is when I was tired and really paying 10%. If it's fake, foolery, whatever it is, that's why I said the more you give, the more you receive.
Yeah.
Now you still can apply that principle. You don't have to give it to the church. You can give to the homeless. I have an app called Give. You can literally swipe. You can choose any type of foundation from homeless, battered women, schools, global affairs, you can send money to. If you want money,
That's tithes right there.
Yes,
tithes, right. Here go the real game. If you broke, if you want money, go give some money away. It worked like magic. You gotta get it back. You have to get it back. Even if you know you're doing it for a selfish reason, you still gotta get it back. The law of cause and effect. You gotta get it back. You want some money? Go get some money away. But who got that much faith to say, hey, listen, fuck, how much money I got on me? I only got $30 left on my name. Okay, I got half a tank. Go get that $30 to somebody on the street. Oh, it gets spooky after that. You'd be surprised. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Actually, when I leave here, all the money in my pocket.
Which one?
I'm going to give it out. Yeah.
Start by giving it here, nigga. Let's get it.
Y'all don't need it.
I'm gonna be outside.
Y'all don't need it like that.
Run them pockets, nigga.
I'm gonna be outside waiting.
Run them pockets,
Lock the
nigga.
door.
Nasty nigga, bro.
Lock the door.
Hey, run my money, boy.
Goddamn door.
Trust me, God. Hey, it don't matter who
Do
you
it here.
giving to, nigga.
What we need, Bless?
Oh, wait.
We need 40,000. Peace. Lock the door. Lock the door.
And guess what, too? You know what tithing is, too?
What's good? What is
Giving
it?
your time and listen and a listening ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you can.
Ultimately, it's giving back to humanity.
Just giving back.
Yeah.
Somebody going through something, you can talk to them. You can motivate somebody. You can give somebody some game. Hey, bro, you know, man, if you do this and that's tithing.
Yeah.
Just giving, man. Just
Tithing
give.
works for sure.
Yeah.
Without a
Just
doubt.
give. Just give, man.
One more thing real quick.
Go ahead.
How y'all feel about going to college for ministry?
Most pastors, from what I know,
I
went
think
to,
that's you
went
have
to
to.
some type of schooling or
That's what I'm saying.
post-secondary.
Like, how
yeah.
do you,
Yeah,
like,
before-
how do y'all feel about that?
I mean,
I don't know how I feel
I'm not
about it.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm gonna tell you why.
That's the system they
Because
set up.
at the end of the day, it's just like anything else, right? Whether you're picking up a trade, you're a master barber. You went to school. To perfect your craft, to become a master at what you're doing, you got to go learn from someone, although while you're experiencing it in the field as well. Because there's certain probably delivery, certain cadence, certain way you got to speak, certain way that you got. You understand what I'm
See,
saying?
that's the part where it gets tricky, right?
Yeah.
Because
So what
it's
you're
like,
saying, that's the gray area.
Who invented this style? You get what I'm saying? So in the sense of like, what can I compare it to? Damn, I had it, man.
I think a lot of it has to do with understanding the human psychology, and then you play on the emotions.
Journalism.
Okay.
How different is it from journalism? Because think about it. Reporters, they have a way of speaking.
Right.
Anchormen, they have a way of, there's a way to say everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when you see pastors performing, that's what I would call it, performing. It's all the same movement, it's all the same gesture, it's all the same delivery. It's all like it's a format.
Just to a different audience.
It's a format, and you can master a format.
Yeah.
Just
But
like
it's-
you can master acting,
Yeah.
just like you can master
It's different.
customer service. On the
It's
phone.
different because
It's
some people
different,
actually are gifted and anointed.
Yeah, it's
So
different.
I don't know.
But I mean, you do have some unorthodox. I remember the guy from Cali. I know y'all. There's just a lot of memes, videos with this guy on YouTube. The light skinned guy that be dancing with the cane.
Nah,
He got long hair.
I don't remember seeing.
You know what I'm talking about? He be calling people bitches and hoes.
I don't know.
Oh man, he's so dope. All he do is curse and call out people. But
and he's a pastor.
I mean, he didn't go
I
to
think
school
I know who
for
you
it,
talking about. I know who you talking
but
about.
He got a Bible in his hand and he preaching.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
What make the other pastor that went to school for more qualified than him?
Right.
Because actually, this guy that's cursing, he got a further reach. The gangbangers are sitting and listen to him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You think about it.
Yeah, because it's
more relatable.
It's not formal.
So I think I don't know, man.
There's different ways though, man. You got Catholic.
I'm about to look
know what I'm
into
saying? You got different-
this, this preaching thing.
Different styles of preaching though. Like they all
It's crazy to me.
under the same umbrella, but they all come in different ways.
Yeah, they scared to be
And
different, bro.
And it's all about what you hear too. It's all about the people, like you said before. The people really what makes the pastor for real. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you like he said, some people might the gangbangers might like this pastor. You might like this pastor. So it's all about what you hear and what you feel in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all got souls. So whatever your soul desire, it'll gravitate to whatever pastor that you want to listen to.
Majority of the time, bro, that shit just a finesse, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Big finesse.
Because
Bro.
it's mainly spiritual.
It's people on the street. It's uncle on the corner who may have more impact than the pastor, bro. He on the block all day just speaking to the young niggas and you know what I'm saying? Like,
You know the
Impacting
coldest thing
lives.
about you know the coldest shit about being a pastor. You think about it. You know you don't have to believe nothing you saying. That's the coldest part. As long as you giving a word and you helping this dude,
You just got to make it look
that just-
believable.
Just make it look believable. This dude, they just had an argument with his
crazy
wife.
word, brief
Just
word.
lost his job. This lady that just got cancer. Long as you can pull up a scripture and hit home somewhere, you won.
But you owe. That's the thing. It's the Bible is set up, nigga. You gonna hit home every time, bro. It's impossible not to hit home.
That's why.
It's impossible, bro.
That's why all the old pimps, ex-pimps, and hustlers, they jump into that game.
Yeah, they become reverend.
Hey, you ain't lying though, bro.
Yeah, they become reverend.
That's facts, bro.
I'm telling you now, this shit don't work out. I'm training the church, nigga.
Pass the brief.
Pass the brief.
He gonna have a briefcase wide over 40,000 right there.
Big show. Now listen.
We got 6
Our
briefcases.
church- hey, listen.
Pick one.
Our church gonna be so lit. We starting off with shots. See, I ain't with the fake stuff. We'll talk later about my church. This shit gonna be
Ain't no
gangster.
collection plate. They just passing out briefcases.
he
Drop it in the brief. Drop it in the brief.
You gonna have people on psychedelics. You gonna have people on psychedelics.
Take
Fellas,
a shroom.
let's move along.
Drug church.
Kanye West probably dropped the interview of the year so far with academics.
There's always interview of the year.
Yeah, boy, that boy, he be spitting a lot of game, giving a lot of knowledge, giving a lot of intel.
Yeah.
And Kanye says all the quiet things out loud. And when he has an interview, I know a lot of people that's close to him be tight and probably uncomfortable until they actually watch it for themselves because you don't know what the fuck he's about to say.
Yeah.
Y'all watched it? What y'all think about it? How y'all felt?
I didn't really watch it, but I don't respect that Klan outfit, bro. Too many of my people died, bro.
I didn't see the outfit.
Yeah, you got a Klan outfit on with the hat, bro. I don't respect that, bro.
I heard about it.
You know how
but I
many
haven't-
black people, that was the last thing they seen? That little fucking cone hat and lights out, nigga. I don't respect that, bro. I don't play them games, bro.
I'm not saying I'll do it, but
Yeah, I don't play that.
when you, I feel like we're human, bro.
You
and
put
it's
that
kinda
on, go get active. That's when you put that on.
I mean, you're getting pretty active. I mean,
Nah,
you're not
go pick up-
You're not gonna come out and murder people, but
Okay, don't put it on. You
But
put
it-
that on, you ready to turn it up.
Literally-
Put in work.
But you gotta understand, bro. He's like, I'm not defending it. I wouldn't do it. I'm just being clear. I would not fucking do that shit because like it's a strong portrayal of energy. You feel me? But you gotta understand what people do to us, bro. And we've all reacted in ways similar to this. And just because it's not the way we would have done it, we need to stop acting like we haven't been bothered like this before. We've all been in a situation where we feel cornered and we feel attacked. And what do you do at that point? You bite back, right? And sometimes, most of the time when you bite back, you gotta pay for that bite back. You feel me? It's some type of consequence or repercussion to that bite back. It's just we're not in his shoes and we're not at taking it to the extremes that he's taking it to. But I think that if everybody just be quiet and listen, you'll understand what made him so angry and why he's attacking it like this. Because it's not. I get what you're saying. How many black people died seeing that as their last vision? But that's exactly why he has it in all black, and that's exactly why he's wearing the
Yeah, but
the chain.
he just talking. Go
But-
get big. Look, you see the tattoo right here?
Yeah, but
That's Harriet Tubman, bro.
yeah.
That's Black Moses
Again,
to me.
I'm not defending it,
She down there was the saint to me.
but I'm big.
Kanye disrespected.
I'm big on
disrespected
understanding.
Harriet Tubman, bro.
I'm big on understanding people, bro. It's like women who don't want to be beat but love watching murder investigations and shit. Or they don't like violence but they love watching fucking You or Dexter. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's more like, let's just understand, like, try to understand the nigga instead of just attacking him, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta make sense
let's
sometimes,
try to
bro.
understand him. And I think if we did that, then no, we're not gonna accept everything the nigga do or say, but at least psychologically, instead of just talking and rebuttaling to his actions, let's think about the psychological warfare that he might be in at that moment, and think about the facts that he states and what makes him feel that way. Cause nigga, it's certain shit that he said in that interview that triggered me, and I start feeling like, nigga, I feel you. You feel me? And that's because that's how he. You remember I told you a few weeks ago on the phone, I said, bruh, I'm really working on this, but I take everything fucking personal.
Yeah.
Right? You remember that?
Yeah.
That's where I compare to him. You know, it's just like everything is personal, bro. Niggas screaming out about his kids, people calling him crazy, no one's defending him or helping him. He's representing black fatherhood. His daughter's happy every time she's with him. So what can we really say? She's super smart, super talented. He gives her a platform. He's claiming not even to have rights to his own kids. You feel me? And now I'm not talking about like him being able to see her, but in the sense of likeness. He can't claim that. He can't be a part of, he can't make calls on that because the Kardashians essentially muscled that from him.
But he knew he was
feel what I'm
dealing with
saying?
a Kardashian too, though.
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
And he,
But listen,
academics asked him that. He said, you know, a lot of people feel like you're not being accountable. It was your decision. He said, yeah, it was. It was my mistake. You feel me? And he, whatever. Like, the nigga's being accountable, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like he's running away from this shit or deleting his post. The nigga's saying it and he's standing on business.
Yeah,
so like, don't we wish more motherfuckers would do that? Don't we wish that overall?
I fuck with Kanye, but
in some ways,
I fuck with him. But that always remember this when it come to anybody. No one man has all answers.
No,
just remember that. Like, I think his base, they take everything he say as gold, but he do a lot of weirdo shit. But I do like some of the things he do say. That's yay. But you said you just said something. You say you take things personal.
Yeah, I take things very personal. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't take things personal. That's a sign of weakness. It's for real.
That's why I'm working on it.
Yeah. Taking anything personal is weakness because people go try you. People go disrespect you. Disrespect is actually normal. Like, who the fuck we think we are, including me, that think nobody won't disrespect me? Who? That's part of life. People go try to get over on you. People go disrespect you. People go violate you. People go talk about you. People go try to rob you. People go try to finesse you. It's life. You can't take none of this shit personal. The people that take this shit personal, you get tricked off the streets. And you end up looking like a fool.
Yeah.
And I've been there because I took shit personal. Regular conversations I had with people, took it personal, fucked up a relationship.
facts.
We got to keep our emotions in check.
Which kind of goes back to, now that you were talking about the emotional aspect. Remember when TK was here and he was talking about, you know,
never let
mastering,
knock you off your square.
never controlling your emotions, and then you can handle what you got to handle later on. That shit.
It's
Like, when
real.
you really think about it,
That's a real thing,
that's
bro.
some real shit.
Because I've been like I last month got to the point like I was crashed out like 3 times in a week. And I said, hold on, something going on, bro. I gotta control my shit, man. Certain arguments, certain conversations. Somebody did something sideways, and I'm really taking it there all the way. I'm like, whoa, it's a sign of weakness. At this rate, I won't probably be alive in another 6 months.
Yeah, you're gonna crash out.
I'm gonna crash out. Let me check this shit. Over petty incidents, bro. But with your boy, I fuck with him, bro. But this woman right here, bro, the Black Moses, bro. I'm being honest with you, bro. He's so much not on her level. He should get on his knees and go kiss her grave, bro. He don't have near the balls to do what this lady done. You know what she used to do? She escaped slavery, went back into a hostile environment in swamps, and got people and took it back and forth.
And then she said she could have freed thousands of others.
Who the fuck is Kanye to speak on Harriet Tubman, nigga? Nah, man, nah.
Brief correction.
What'd he say?
Brief correction. From the beginning, Moses was black.
What'd he say?
Moses? No, I call her the Black Moses.
Moses
Yeah,
was
Moses is
black.
black, yeah.
That's
a fact.
1,000%. That's factual.
Yeah. I think
He said some shit that violated her, bro.
I just think he hasn't really been the same since his mother death. If I'm just being the fan that I was back then, he just haven't been the same. And of course, we all go through mental health, regardless.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows that it is important to work on your mental health. And sometimes you express your mental health through podcasts where through interviews, and sometimes it just come out at you. So I think that's something that he was going through. What he had on, definitely totally don't agree with, of course, because, most of our ancestors, our great-grandparents, they actually was raised in slavery. Like, my great-grandma used to pick in the fields and stuff like that. So, I don't respect that part. But like Spider said, there are some things that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff do make sense.
Most of it makes sense.
But not everything, because of, I think sometimes when he wears stuff like that or he acts a certain way, it gets overshadowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets overshadowed because we people too. So, we look at stuff and like, we ain't trying to listen to what you're saying just based off of, we pass judgment all the time. So I just feel like he still need to keep working on that mental health. I know he going through a lot. And, of course, I don't want that for nobody, but at the same time, he do still need to keep working on his mental health, though.
I mean, the saying goes, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Right? So in Kanye's case, I agree with, I don't agree with no man 100%. So that's obvious. And I don't think neither one of us here do, right? So there's stuff that he does that I don't agree with, but there's some stuff that he says that I fully comprehend and understand it from his perspective, or just as a human, period. You get what I'm saying? Because he's going through stuff, people attacking him, not being able to see his kids. I'm a father. I have the luxury, of course, wanting to, of course, because he wants to as well, to be around my kids 24/7. And that'd be the highlight of my day. So just viewing it from that perspective, if I was deprived from that shit would probably send me into a fucking space where I wouldn't even know what the fuck to do.
But bless.
But I'm not justifying his actions. I'm just saying, I'm just touching on some of the stuff that I agree with him with. I'm not justifying his actions. Because the whole hood, the whole the fucking black hood shit with the KK, I would never wear no shit like that.
But what kind of billionaire can't see his kid? No, think about this deeply, bro.
What kind of billionaire can't see his kid? But technically, he does see his kids. He just don't see them.
He just don't have control.
He don't have control
of their life.
And we all know Kanye's a control freak.
It's fucked up because
women,
we find ourselves in those situations at a lower level. So,
but here's the thing, though, right?
He's still dealing with what other fathers out here got to deal with. And I'm not making this a mother-father conversation, but I'm just saying specifically right now.
Right.
It's like you could compare it to a lot of situations, bro. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing more angering in this world than not having control of your child's life.
To go back to what Brief just
That'll
said,
make you the most angriest.
what
bro.
billionaire don't
that's
have
how it
control
is,
don't have what control or access to their kids when you're going against another powerful billionaire family? Because now that's where influence come in. We all know Kanye's probably one of the most influential individuals who's graced this earth. But at the end of the day, bro, I think at times Kanye probably forgot he was, you understand what I'm saying? One of us, a black man. Because now you're going against who? The Kardashians.
I
You're
don't
going
think
against.
he forgot, bro.
And bro,
I don't think he
hold on,
forgot.
hold on.
Jabari, you
hold
said
on.
it the right. You said it, bro. He
on.
already knew what he was getting himself in.
You see what I'm saying? So now you're going against a family that's stood the test of time, that America is showing that they love. All over television, all types of clothing, endorsements, all types of stuff, to the point where Kim's getting privileged, freeing people out of jail that an attorney that probably went to law school, passed the bar exam, that probably couldn't even get those opportunities. But that's power. You understand what I'm saying? Kanye has a lot of money, we know that, but so do they. But I don't think Kanye has the power that they have. That's where the pendulum swings.
Hey, Jabari, remember this, bro. Never feel bad for no man that got his clock cleaned by a woman. Trust me, even me, which that ain't happened to me, but it could be you. Never feel bad because we chose that woman, bro. And as a man, as a king, as God walking on earth,
The signs were there. You
there.
chose to ignore it.
We ignored it, we allowed it. We had enough intuition to say this woman ain't right. Or nah, or this, whatever. You let your flesh, you let your horniness, you got to eat it, bro. Don't ever feel bad for no man, bro. That get his shit clean, bro.
Yeah.
I would. I feel you. I don't say.
Because we the man.
I don't feel bad.
We
I
was
just
that
relate.
weak. We let a woman think about this. We was that weak. We turned the blind eye just because of sexual gratification that we lost. We deserve it, bro.
I feel you.
When I see these women cleaning these niggas' clocks, I almost laugh, bro. They deserve it, bro. They do it. She running her game.
Facts.
It worked.
She checkmated you.
A thought bitch folk go forever be racked up, nigga. A thought bitch always gonna have millions. Cause it's a sucker born every day.
Jeez.
And the man flesh, bro, he'll do anything for some pussy, bro. You got a man worth $30 million, be the bitch of the project and open her door. Are you crazy, nigga? This the world we living in. How can you feel bad when she clean his clock? He that stupid as a man to go for that. Nah, bruh. Kanye, I don't feel bad for him. He don't need to see his kids.
Yeah.
He had a baby from a bitch that got fucked on TV and did porn.
Yeah.
He didn't know who she was.
He knew everything about it.
Yeah, I ain't saying I feel bad, man. I'm just saying I relate, bro.
What he need to do, he need to take that Klan outfit, go in the middle of the South Side, and go talk to them gang members and tell them gang members, look, this outfit, they used to kill y'all. Now y'all killing yourselves. That's the message I want to see.
Gotta clean it up.
They got a Klan outfit on, talking dark in the hallway. Turn the lights on, man. What the fuck you doing, man? Corny shit, bro. Come on, man. This y'all leader? These are people y'all look up to.
But that's what Kim K.
That nigga hoes with the
though,
theatrics, boy.
against him, though, when he do these antics, that's what Kim K can use. Far as I don't want him to see my kids the way.
Yeah, they
he
use
wanna
it
see
against him.
Like that's easy though. When you acting like that,
And the court's already in their favor to begin with.
her daddy was, you know what I'm saying? Like it trickled down.
Nigga, the crazy thing is the attorney representing Kanye probably used to be friends with her dad, and now they just exchanging favors. All right, look, we'll make sure.
Come on,
Bro, we
line
know the
niggas
game
up.
now, bro. We already know as men, bro.
Yeah.
When it don't work out, you get some kids, you get married, you go lose your shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's clear now, bro. The courts don't favor us. It's on you, brother.
What's your next move?
What's your next move? That's it. But don't feel bad for no man, bro.
Nah, I don't.
Getting his clock clean,
It's all
bro.
about the mental health. I only think about Him losing his mama and then changing.
I want to get into the mental health, but before we do that, I don't want to forget something, right? Spotty, you sent me something this weekend, and we were like, damn, this is a great topic to bring up on the pod. The gentleman's name is Julian Brown, the black scientist who's essentially you turning plastic into petroleum gasoline. You've been on him for a while.
Yeah.
So take us through his journey.
I hope he protected, man.
So he invented this machine that converts plastic waste into petroleum, usable fuel. His whole campaign is we should be turning this waste into fuel and obviously making the earth a better place, right? And so I always read through the comments because I don't know shit about science for real. Like I don't really know that much, just the basics, right? So I'm going through it and I'm kind of seeing what everybody thinks because to me I'm like, damn, this is incredible. But I'm looking at the comments and somebody's like, oh, this is fucking stupid. It would take more energy to make it than the ability to convert it into profit. So it's working at what's the word I'm looking for? It's working at a decline. Like you can't gain from it.
Counterproductive.
Right, it's counterproductive, right? And that's what I told you too in the DM. I was like, yeah, they're saying like, it actually doesn't make sense to even make it because of the amount of energy it takes. The very next day, I made another video that shut that theory down. Solar power. He said, I'm going to make this thing solar powered. It'll be the first solar powered plastic converting into petroleum usable fuel. And I was just like, God damn, bro. Like, this is awesome. Like, whether it works or not, it's just amazing to see him, a black person just pushing forward for the betterment of the earth.
Remember a few episodes ago when we said that average person don't even barely use 10% of their brain?
Yeah.
That shit don't apply to him.
He's fucking smart, bro.
So check this out though, right? Now that you just said that, the fact that he followed it up the following day with the solar panel one, that lets you know he let those people in the comment section walk themselves into that trap. He was ready.
He already had it.
He been had it. He was just waiting to push that button.
Yeah.
He probably had that before he had the other one.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think more attention needs to be paid to it. I mean, again, I don't know the science.
But he's going to fuck up the whole ecosystem.
I don't know.
Because these wealthy billionaires.
But you got to be careful, though.
Think about how much trash we have in general.
Yeah.
Convert the shit anyway because it's just going to help the fucking earth. Like,
but who's to say that's not what they're already doing?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of plastic on the streets and in the ocean.
No, but
and shit, man.
listen, even if they try to recover every piece of plastic, they go,
that's not gonna happen.
You said you threw some shit out. Remember that one story you told on here?
Talking about.
But however, they'll never be able to recoup every piece of plastic because there's so many. There's over what? How many people living in America? A couple 100 million?
I don't fucking know.
What, 6 billion collectively in the world?
A lot.
So who's to say they're not doing it? He's gonna fuck up their whole ecosystem. So he need to just be careful. But shout out to him though, because the thought or I don't even know where would you begin. And science, my favorite subject. But to take plastic, convert it into, in a sense, it's energy because it's giving the vehicles energy to.
Have you seen the machine? It looks like something out of fucking cartoon, bro.
It's like.
You seen it, Bart?
Yeah, I seen it.
It looks like it came out of Dexter's laboratory, bro. Shit is crazy, but it's dope. And
It look like a junkyard. Like,
I just love to see black excellence. To me, that's black excellence, bro.
Nah,
just think about the focus, the dedication, the studying to even create.
Telling that he can't do it to overcome that.
Like it's like the people who created the lights. You know what I'm saying? So like we put him in that category now. You know what I'm saying? Like he up there with the people, the black people who started a lot of this stuff that's going on in the world, as far as like you said, lights, refrigerators, foods, and
cell phones.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's one of them now.
It was way more, but they couldn't. Black people couldn't get the patents back then, so they had the.
They automatically went to the slave master, just like the whole.
Automatically went.
The not Johnny Walker. What's that? What's the other?
It's a liquor.
The one in Tennessee. Not Johnny Walker. It's along that line. Jack Daniels. Same thing.
Yeah.
One of their slaves invented the actual. I don't want to call it a recipe, but the whole.
At least with that, they pay homage. They do pay homage yearly, and I believe they do give the family.
They started to.
Yeah, they started giving family some money on that.
Oh, that's
Once the family finally spoke out, just like you notice, remember the whole Aunt Jemima thing? You know that syrup? I believe they removed her picture off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I like her picture on the syrup.
Of course. That symbolized something. It represents.
That was the vibes.
It made it taste better.
Yeah.
Fellas, we touched on mental health a little bit. But before we get to it, because we're gonna wrap it up shortly. Any of y'all ever experienced domestic violence within a relationship?
A little bit, not too much, not too crazy,
Not too much. Close.
a little bit.
I'm pretty evasive in a funny way.
How do you evade it?
Run.
You know, sometimes these women, they get to saying tough ass shit sometimes. Bitch ass nigga, what you gonna do about it? Woo, woo, woo. And, you know, like, for me, it's like I can't react to estrogen with testosterone. It's just funny to me. It makes me, like, laugh, even when I'm being serious. You feel me? So, like, I remember, like, in situations where this female would be like, she'll push up on me and be like, what you gonna do, nigga? Who the fuck you think you talking to? I'll be like, yo, chill out, Cardi B. You tripping right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, yo, what you think gonna happen right now? You think I'm gonna hit you or something? Like, and I'm literally smiling and laughing. It's pissing her off, but it's like, what do you want? Like, I know this is not even, like, entertaining to me. Like, I don't, you know? I can't even register it. So, nah, not really. Have I been slapped? Have I been pushed? Yeah, but non-reactive.
That's domestic.
Non-reactive.
That's domestic, bro.
Yeah.
What about you, Bar?
Yeah, definitely. Girl put their hands.
Bars
on
in
me
hell,
before. Yeah, nah, like, you know, we all been. Some people have been kind of not caught cheating, but like, you know, dipping and dabbing a little bit. I woke up in my sleep to some hands, and I was like, oh man, I wasn't ready for it. But I just think about Xavier Worthy. You know what I'm saying? The Chief, first round draft pick this past year, of him just going through that, of his fiance, you know, his ex-fiance beating him up because he caught
Nasty
her
work.
cheating. He caught her cheating, and she beat him up. And the reason why he couldn't put his hands on her because of what? He's first round draft pick for who? Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
He can't even, any little thing he do, he gonna get locked up. You know.
And then they gonna cut him.
Yeah, they gonna cut him. And then he's not gonna be the same like Ray Rice, situations like that. So
And Kareem Hunt.
So what do you do? You know, what do you do at that point? I don't believe in nobody putting their hands on nobody. That's how I look at it. Hey, it don't work out, separate, walk away. Simple. But you ain't got to beat me up. You ain't got to put your hands on me. That's for men or women.
There was this one cat, I saw it on social media. I don't know how true it is. Him and his wife got into, I guess, verbal altercation. Buddy went for a walk. Next thing you know, I heard Buddy walk like 50 fucking or 100 miles. Like, fucking.
You're like 250 something miles.
You saw it.
You gone, bro. I feel him about blow that steam, man.
Go ahead, brief. You ever been in a situation like that?
Yeah, so I guess the question come down to
How do you handle it? Or how did you
should a
handle
man hit a woman? Let me just put it that way.
Go ahead.
And sometimes you really have to hit a woman in life. I mean, just think about who a woman is. A woman is a human being. Let's get the sex out of it. She got a logical thinking mind. Sometimes unlogical, but I'm just saying, she have a thinking mind. She have hands, feet. A woman can kill you. I ran into an old friend walking out of Publix. I'm walking out, I see him, and I see he got a glass eye. I'm like, damn, what happened, bro? What happened to your eye? He was like, man, it's a crazy story. He said, well, let's sit down, sit on the bench in front of Publix. So he telling me the story. He said, my ex-girlfriend, she was very toxic, and she's always try to fight me. And one day we was fighting. She kept fighting me. I leave the house. She stalking me, and she hit me in the eye. And he said that day his eye was blurry. So he said, you know, a couple weeks passed, eye still blurry. He went out one night with his friends. He was in the club, and that eye went blank on him. Pause. Let me pause. If he would have knocked that bitch out, man, or at least got this woman off him, he would have had his eye. This toxic, hostile woman caused this guy to be blind in one eye. So you tell me, should you hit a woman or not? Trust me. Put it like this. If I had a daughter, I'm going to tell my daughter this.
But Brief, you also said this. You said you don't feel sorry for no man that get his clock clean.
That's finances.
Oh, okay. So there's actual stipulations to that.
Yeah, I
so
meant
you were referencing
financially.
more so financially.
That was financially.
He got his clock clean too, just in a physical form. But now let's just stay right there with that, right? Why he never left? Why would he sit there and keep dealing with this abuse? Because we said at the end of the day, you're the man.
Red flag.
Right? So he ignored the red flag. So essentially, it still goes back to what you said.
Sometimes it take time, though. Sometimes it take time. Sometimes it take time, bro.
I think kind of guy. Let me say something.
Oh, wait. But let me say this, though.
Don't forget what you was about to say, Spider.
If I had a daughter, I'm going to tell my daughter this. I'm going to give my daughter the game like this. I will kill for you. If a guy ever put his hands on you and he's in the wrong, I'm there, baby. I'm telling you, I'm going to kill this guy. But if you the type of woman that's toxic and you putting your hands on a man, it's just a natural reaction for anybody to protect themselves. Don't call me if you done punch, slap, scratch a man up. And now you coming, I gotta come defend you. Now I done tricked myself off the streets. Only call me if this man is really abusive. But if you abusive, don't call me when he beat your ass. My sister did that. Her boyfriend beat her ass. Me and my brothers went over there and jumped the dude. The same night she was with him.
Y'all niggas are like fools.
Mm-hmm. The same night. I'm just saying, bro. Life by survival, bro. It's a lot of women that done killed men. It's a lot of abusive women. Sometimes you got to get a woman up off you, bro. And if you don't think like that, you ain't got no sense. The man that say, "Oh, I won't hit no woman." Okay. Get with the wrong one. She gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fast, boy. She gonna have to be fast, boy. I'm running up.
They'll stalk you. They'll get in the car and chase you.
So this is what I want to say to piggyback off that. Because I was in the back of the Uber the other day and it just hit me. It hit me hard too. I was like, damn. You know, it was a meme actually. It said, if you're in a relationship, fight to make it work. Because ain't nothing out here but hoes and lemon pepper wings and like it had a few different funny things. Like it was funny, but I looked at it and I was like, damn, now that I think about it, stop trying to make them relationships work.
If you got
we focusing on the wrong shit.
Exactly.
Focus on what the fuck you want with your life, the experiences you want, the things you need. Stop fighting for these relationships. They come second to everything else. They just do. Everybody loves the feeling of love because it feels so fucking good. But it don't really get you shit other than that feeling. You know, I'm not saying you can't accomplish things with your significant other, but what I'm saying is once the lines are blurred and you don't want the same thing, stop fighting for it. Go for what you really want. That's how it's going to work. That's how you're going to get where you want to be. You have to be strong enough to say, nah, this girl is abusive or this guy is abusive or, you know, this person not making me feel how I need to, and we arguing about finances and fuck that shit, man. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. Stop shifting and molding your life for another person.
That's a fact.
Focus on your life. You got to shift and mold your life because you really, when you, this term fight for the relationship, you really creating more bitterness and more hate for each other. Because the more time that pass, you just more and more upset and disgusted and unattracted to each other. So why are you continuously fighting to make this work? Because y'all feel like y'all look good together? Because y'all done took so many amazing pictures, because y'all done been to 3 countries together, because y'all got kids together, because y'all... No, that's part of the journey. That's part of the journey. And you got to embrace the chapters in your book. It's all different chapters, and it took me... I was one of those people, bro. I fought tooth and nail, nigga. I don't know a nigga fought harder for his relationship than me. Real talk. Real fucking talk. So that's why this is coming out the way it's coming out, because it's like we really spend, like, I had this image in my head of like, I don't want to separate the family and we all got to be together. And I'm picturing TV, how I watch TV. It's like we see the happy black family in the house and that's what we want. That's what I want to be. Yeah. You feel me? But in reality, dog, that shit don't always work like that, bro. And a lot of the times people end up miserable their whole fucking life dealing with each other, my nigga. And that shit is not where I want to be. And I think that most of us fuck our entire lives up or shift. Let me not say fuck our entire lives up. Let me say really shift the projection of our life because we're so invested in a person outside of ourselves that's not our kid. You feel me? So invested, bro.
And that's when and that's when you get thrown off your journey.
That's when you get thrown off your journey.
You don't do music no more.
Bro, everything you good at, you don't even do it no more, bro. Because you focused on loving a person.
You can't even do it. Your mind not even there to do it.
You gotta maximize on life, bro. Focus on you, bro.
Trust me, I
feel strongly about that, bro. I'm glad. I say that in front of millions of people, bro. Focus on you over all things, bro.
Focus on your purpose.
I'm in good
Straight up, bro.
That's all I can
Stop fighting for these relationships, man.
That's the first chapter in the book. Money moves. Secure the bag first.
Fellas, before we conclude, I gotta get this in. Bill Gates, I think I sent that to you, Spider. Mm-hmm. Bill Gates says that within the next 10 years, doctors, teachers, a lot of other professionals will pretty much be obsolete and be replaced by AI. The human value that we once thought we had will no longer be needed or won't be as necessary.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about that, being that we're all professional humans here on this panel or on this pod?
For black people, I think I'm happy. Let's get rid of these doctors. We get the most mistreatment in hospitals. They misdiagnose us. They don't take our pain serious. Especially pregnant black women, they die the most in there.
They get cut for no reason.
They get cut for no reason. Like, they do us filthy in these hospitals, you know? So I had to get my appendix changed. I have great insurance. Hospital empty. They got me in the hallway, bro. I snapped. Yo, put me in a room. I'm like, my stomach is hurt. They sent me home, bro. I had to go back the next day.
That's fine.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. And the teachers, I don't want to get into that. But we need teachers. Yeah, we need teachers.
Yeah.
I don't know how a teacher how AI go take I don't know. But we all know the majority of teachers. Middle-aged white women, so.
How you feel about that, Barry? Being that you're a current teacher yourself, you're an educator.
They already using AI to teach these kids. These kids got their on laptops. You get what I'm saying? They learn from their own Canva. They know how to use that. They'll actually they supposed to be on e-learning. There's a time slot for each subject that they have to do, you know, so they got to make their time. So they already learning through AI in a sense already. You know what I'm saying? They have to be on the computer, on the laptops for a certain amount of time each day. And then the teacher teach, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, look up e-learning.
So you're pretty much witnessing the transition firsthand.
Yeah.
And how does that make you feel? One, as a former student, two, as a current educator. Like when you're, I guess.
Yeah. It helps some kids, especially like kids that speak different languages. It helps. You know, imaginary learning definitely helps the kids.
Okay.
Speak, you know, more fluent. But we're all human beings. There's gonna be some kids, just like we all had in our school. There's gonna be some kids that really care about school, and there's gonna be kids who don't give a shit about school. So it doesn't matter what you put in front of them. It's about what they feel inside. You know what I'm saying? So do it help the kids? Sometimes, but not all times.
So let me ask you this. Do you see it translating in a positive way as far as the actual end goal with as far as like with the grades or?
No, because some kids learn differently. Not all kids gravitate to that. Some kids really like, and that's why I felt like my calling was to be a little bit in the educational system, because kids that I sit next to and explain it to them and take time, because all this stuff is time too. So they got to answer they got to learn stuff in a certain amount of time. They got to get the answer right in a certain amount of time. It's just like, no.
To me,
some kids need time. Some kids,
me, it seems more like programming.
Yeah, it's really a
so
program.
Much time.
I need time. I was a time type kid.
Yeah, this a thing too. A lot of kids really need tutors. Like bad, not just I got a C on this. No, these kids are really having D's and really F's. Honestly, people don't even know that the school board actually changed the scale for kids to pass, and it's lower now. So you basically have a 60. You can have a 68 and have a C in the class.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
That shit would have been.
I'm gonna say this for like the kids' defense.
It's not their fault.
But besides like math and English and learn how to talk and like that, bro, all that shit in school, bro, I never really applied that in my life, bro. All the advanced math, we got calculators. A lot of this stuff they teach us in school, bro. We never
which
really applied it,
which is why they don't give the teachers their just due. That's why they don't pay them.
High school is a social experiment, and it's a 4-year window where a child becomes an adult through experiences. It has like, how much do you really learn in high school? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really learn much practical shit that you're gonna apply for the rest of your life.
Yeah, why am I in a science class?
Yeah, but
in life survival, what from this class that I'm gonna have to apply?
We just talked about Julian. What you think he learned? You think he just woke up and became Julian Brown? No, he did what? Study. You learn that from when you get to school, because every student really, honestly, like most kids really are taught how to read and write at school. How many of y'all really, and y'all all have children, how many hours do you think you spend with your kids to even teach them everything that a school would teach them? If they at school for almost 8 hours a day.
No, it's not close.
It's
not really close when you talk about.
So who you think really teaching who you think really putting when your kid come and speak to you normally, it's really the teacher. It's not you.
Yeah.
Behavior wise.
Which is why we actually
your child ain't gonna act the same in-house that they act outside all the time.
Yeah, kids act completely different around their kids than around their parents. Right. Which we're actually, as far as my household, we talked about it before, but we're really, really considering homeschooling.
Yeah.
Just to get that time back.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you'll be able to buy that time. Because let's keep it real, there's 24 hours in a day. Now, you wake up 8, 9 o'clock, 7, give or take, right? By the time the kid gets dressed, get ready to go, drop them off, come home, boom. Now it's what? Got to get them, start getting ready for the next day. It's not really, much family time and, the real time that you can't get back that's really spent. When Astro go to school, you'll see what I'm talking about. And even the night before, leading up to that, is already prepping for the next day. Like, there's a lot.
For sure.
The schedule goes around it.
I want to...
Spring, summer, like, it's just a lot going on with that, bro.
My boy, DJ Swearinger, I think very highly of him because... as you know, he used to be a professional athlete. He still is, but he transitioned from football, NFL to fighting. He boxes now.
Yeah.
But he's a full-time dad. He's with his kids all day. I'm pretty sure they go to school. I don't know that part, but he's with his kids all day. Does homework with them, trains with them. When he works out, they work out next to him. He got them on the treadmill. He got them putting them to bed, waking them up, like, every day. On the story, like, I think that shit is fucking incredible. You know what I'm saying? I think all of us should strive to have that time You know what I'm saying? Like, he bought his time, right? And a lot of people have bought their time, and everybody has their time to buy their time back. You feel me? But I think that in that situation, I wish he got more credit for that because he actually documents it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that time will come, but it's dope because I love seeing shit like that because that's my dream, to be a full-time father. Like, I could just, my businesses, obviously you got to attain the business at some level, right?
Right.
But all the best businessmen have business completed by like 10 a.m., right? Because you're assigning tasks if you have businesses, you're replying to emails, text messages, making the phone calls you need to make before breakfast.
Yeah.
And then you could focus on life itself.
Yeah, and you buy
You know
that
what I'm
time
saying?
back.
So, I just really wanted to give him credit publicly because of that. It pushes me. You feel me? And it's dope.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Shout out to all the dope parents out there that's doing what they got to do for their kids. Fellas, this is it. We're done. We made it to the end. We're concluding.
Yes, sir.
Dope episode. A lot of game, knowledge, wisdom that was kicked out. This nigga, I'm still stuck on that Marvin Sapp shit. We out of here. You already know. Usual suspects. Thank you for tapping in with the Growth Process Podcast. Briefcase Tony on the end. Spider.
You know that.
Barry G.
Enjoy.
And I'm your host, Bless. We out of here.
Peace.
Bow.